Hey guys, it's Stephanie with Simarchy, and welcome to a speed build of a Sims 4 beachy family home shell. Want to make sure to throw the shell in there. It is not furnished at all. I may, looking at the thumbnail, have put a few pieces of furniture here and there to kind of tell you what each room was meant to be, but it is just a shell. Most of my videos these days, most of my builds are just shells. So yeah, I hope you guys like how it turns out. I did get a little bit creative with this one, and I'll explain in just a second. But first of all, I do want to introduce myself in case anyone here is new. I am, like I said, Stephanie, also known as Simarchy, and I'm a self-proclaimed mermaid who's obsessed with The Sims. I also love seahorses, unicorns, rainbows, kittens, and the color pink, and the beach, so hence this beach house. Now, I always pretty much without fail look at some sort of picture for inspiration off Google before I build, and this one had a super like black and white theme on a beach house that looked a little bit more, I don't know, like maybe like something you'd see in the Hamptons. I don't know. It's not like a very traditional beach house, but I thought I would have fun working on it. And I'm sure if you've seen the thumbnail, which is probably the reason you clicked on this video by now, you saw like the gigantic flower. I don't know. I was going to call them pots, but they're not even pots. Like the gigantic flower balcony I built, which is insane because if this was scaled to real life, I think the flowers are like bigger than a tire on a car. So might have went a little overboard, so I guess we can maybe call this a fantasy beach build. I really don't know what this is, but I was very inspired by a picture, and I don't think it turned out looking anything like the picture, so it's just its own weird thing at this point. And yes, right there, the columns. Actually, I had someone asking about this recently. They were wondering why the columns wouldn't reach the roof. And the thing is, if the house is on foundation, the column also has to be on foundation. So you can either build a porch and put the column on the porch, or you can just build a little tiny room underneath it and the column will just be elevated on top of like a little block. Or you can do what I did there, which was just stack a column over another column and raise it up. If you don't know how to do that, I do have an entire build tutorial series here on this channel. In fact, I have two build tutorial series. One is for more advanced builders who are looking for cool new creative tips and tricks, and the other one is for beginners or people that just kind of want like a quick rundown of how to do something basic, like I don't know, how to shape a house, how to place windows, how to do landscaping, things like that. So definitely check those out if you want to learn how to raise objects and such. But one cool thing is you used to have some sort of flat foundation or any type of base or foundation underneath an item considered a room. Otherwise, the item would fall down outdoors if you raised it up. So if I previously had done the columns like that, when you guys would download the house, that column would have fell to the ground anyways, and you'd still have that gap. But luckily, thankfully, that was changed in an update recently. So now you can raise items outdoors and they will stay to where you raise them, which I think is phenomenal. For the longest time, I think a lot of people didn't even know that that happened, and they would be raising items and then they would fall when someone would download them. So once I figured out that trick of placing a room foundation underneath it to fix it, I was super excited, but now you don't even need that. So I don't know if that's something that just accidentally changed when the Sims team updated something, or if it's something that they actively did for us by request. Either way, I'm like so super excited that we have it now because it just makes it so much easier to get creative outside. And oh my gosh, speaking of creative, here's the crazy flower boxes I was talking about. I think this takes maybe 3 or 4 different versions of this before I finally find something I'm happy with. And unfortunately, the one that I finally found that I'm happy with is gigantic. Like, look, those flowers are about half the size of my Sim. There is no way. Do flowers get that big? Hold on, I need to go. Hold on. I want to know, how big is the biggest flower? Is that like a dumb question? I swear, I think of the dumbest thing sometimes. How big is the biggest flower? I mean, maybe in the tropics somewhere. The flower with the world's largest bloom is the Rafflesia arnoldi. It's a rare flower found in the rainforest of Indonesia. It can grow to be 3 feet across across and weigh 15 pounds. And it's a parasitic plant with no visible leaves, roots, or stems. 3 feet across. I mean, I guess that's not that big, is it? Do you have a ruler? I don't know. A foot's like maybe this big. So maybe almost the size of a human. Okay, maybe that's pretty big. I don't know. I mean, we're talking about a game that has cow plants, which aren't real, so I don't know. Take this for what it is, giant plant or not. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna insert a photo here. I wish I could find one. Oh, I did. Oh my god. I don't know if what am I allowed to show? Is there a copyright if I just showed a picture? Yeah, I better play it safe. Look it up. Rafflesia. Raffle, like a raffle, and then SIA, a raffle, SIA. Also known as a corpse flower. Jesus, if you look at a picture of this, you're gonna be like, holy smokes, it is bigger than this kid's head. Okay, now I'm intrigued. Ooh, oh. I'm bulk recording today, so I can't remember what I spoke about already. I don't think I've talked about this yet, but I actually got out of the house today, which is crazy rare for me. And I've been trying to force myself to go out like at least a couple times a week so I'm not locked up in the house all day, especially now that I work from home. I'm a full-time live streamer now, so I literally am home all day. And I don't want it to become like a prison, because the reason, if you guys don't know, I used to own a clothing store. I guess I technically do. I have just announced that it's closing down soon, so I don't really count it anymore. But I used to love it. I used to love what I did. But eventually it started feeling like a prison because I was there 7 days a week and I never got out or did anything else or had any other life. So now that I'm streaming full time, I want to make sure I get out and do things so that I don't like become, I don't know, a hermit. I don't know. Like, at least with the story, I had to get out. I had to like get dressed. I have to get dressed anyways. I don't stream in my pajamas or anything, but you know what I mean. I had to like take a shower, get dressed, get in the car, drive somewhere, and then drive home. So I at least got out of the house. Whereas now I'm like 24/7 in the same environment unless I force myself to go outside. But looking at that giant flower, I don't know why, but it reminded me that we have some really cool botanical gardens in this new city that I moved to, or at least like relatively close. And I can't remember if you have to pay to get in. I'm trying to find free stuff to do too because I'm broke, but let me look it up. I want to go to the botanical gardens now. If I did that, would you guys have any interest in pictures? And if you do, make sure to let me know in the comments and then join our Discord. I think, no, my Discord's not linked in my YouTube description. Don't know why I did it like that. I don't know. I felt like it was like a safety reason, but I mean, I share it on my stream. So I don't know, if you guys want my Discord link, let me know. I'll give it to you. Just comment and I'll give you an invitation. If you don't know what Discord is, it's basically like this chat thing. I don't even know how to explain it. It's, a lot of people think it's a voice chat, which it is part of it, but I don't use it for voice chat. I just use it for the text channels. It's kind of like our own little, I don't want to say server because I don't know exactly what a server is, but it's like our own little place where you can come, and there's like a general chat area, and then I have the other chat areas divided into sections. So like one's for Sims, one's for other games, one's for showing us your pets, one's for showing us your food. I don't know, it's just weird. But if you guys are interested in the botanical gardens, I might just go there one day and take a bunch of pictures and share them on Discord. Because I like to try to involve you guys at least a little bit when I get out of the house. Please tell you like what I've been up to. I'm trying to see if there's a price here. I don't see anything, but there are some nice botanical gardens around here. There's also like a nature preserve park I haven't been to in a while. I went there when I first moved to Florida, and I have a crazy story. I think I have enough time to tell it here, but I went with a friend, and you have to pay. I think you do have to pay for that one, or at least you have to go in through a gift shop because it's all like protected, like it's all protected land, and there's lots of like animals and wildlife there. So you have to go through this gift shop to get to it, and then you also have to come out the gift shop to leave. And while we were there, my friend saw an alligator. Is that what we have in Florida? Alligators or crocodiles? I never remember the difference. I think we have mostly alligators here. So we saw this gigantic alligator, and it was huge. Like, it was a huge mama gator. And I hate telling the story because it's like awful, but she was like in this big giant ditch thing, and she had a little baby with her, like a little baby gator, and he decided he wanted to kidnap the gator and take it home and put it in the pond in his backyard. And I was like, that's a really bad idea for many reasons. One, you're taking the baby from the mom. Two, I'm sure that's illegal. Three, we're gonna get caught on our way out the gift shop. Four, like, do you really want to be spreading gators around town? 5, the mom's gonna probably kill you. But he didn't listen, so he jumps down there and like steals this baby. And of course, the mom is gonna attack him. So she like immediately comes charging after him, and the baby gator is just crying. And I don't know if you've ever heard a baby gator cry before, but it sounds like a human, and it's just like screaming at the top of its lungs, and he's like trying to hide it in his jacket, and the mom's coming after him, and he jumped over the ditch real quick, and I guess she couldn't get up. It was too, like, I don't know, too high for her to come after him. And I'm just sitting here witnessing this, like, oh my God, you're gonna die. We're gonna go to jail. You're gonna die. We're gonna go to jail. So the whole time I'm trying to convince him to put it back. Like, I'm crying and pleading and begging with him to put it back. I'm like, we're gonna get caught. You shouldn't be doing this. You're taking the baby from its mom. Like, this is wrong. This is wrong. And considering how loud it was, he finally listened to me, and he's like, yeah, this is a bad idea. And he went and gave it back to the mom. But it was frightening. And that was, I think, the last time I went to that nature reserve. Whatever, I can't remember what it's called right now, but that's my memory of going there. So, yeah. But I do want to go back because it was pretty. I don't know how to describe it, but there's like a bunch of little trails and water. And like I said, nature, like flowers and plants and birds and gators, I guess. I'm not really scared of them. I don't know. A lot of people are like super terrified of gators unless one was like attacking me. What would you do? You know how like in certain animal attacks they tell you what to do? I don't remember any of them, but certain situations you're supposed to run, others you're supposed to stand perfectly still. I don't know what I would do. But I want to go back there is my point. Just be real careful, I guess. I don't know. We had a gator that lived in it was a man-made lake. I don't even know if you'd call it a lake, like a man-made pond at this apartment that I used to live at. And you would see him sometimes because during the day he would literally sunbathe. Like we had a fountain with water, but it wasn't always on. So like during the day at certain times when it was off, he would climb up there like this big like concrete slab and just sunbathe. And he never bothered me. He never scared me. I never felt fear. I don't know, but some people think that's freaking crazy. So I don't know. Might be scaring y'all from coming to Florida, but it's not like you're walking down the street and there's an alligator. Like that doesn't really happen. You're probably more likely to get attacked by a little lizard, and by attacked I mean they would just like scurry past you, and I would scream because I'm scared of things like that. Not scared of gators, scared of little lizards. That's me for you. But anyways, we are at the end of the video. Sorry I didn't talk about this house very much, but you know, it's a beachy house. It's cute. If you want to download it, you can download it and furnish it. My gallery ID is Simarchy123. And if you want to subscribe and hang out with me again, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I post videos every Saturday, and I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And come join us on Twitch if you want to hang out some more. I stream pretty much every day. All right. Yeah, awkward outro. Bye. I'm always awkward. There's no stopping it. The awkward continues. Bye. Wait guys, before you go anywhere, don't forget to click over here to watch new videos and click on my face when I disappear to subscribe.